gentlemen. Yes, sir, this is Bob, Army Camp Hope, telling all soldiers they may have to shoot in the swamp or march in the brush, but if they use Pepsodent, no one will ever have to drill in their mush. Or, this is Bob March Field Hope telling all aviators, while we can't advise you on how to protect your chutes, there's nothing like Pepsodent to protect your toots. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at March Field, one of the Army's great flying fields located near Riverside, California. And I want to tell you that I'm thrilled being here, but I'm really here on business. I came up to look at some of the sweaters I knitted. And what a wonderful welcome they gave me. As soon as I got in the camp, I received a 10-gun salute. They told me on the operating table. And when I arrived here, I was dressed Hollywood style. I walked into the barracks wearing orange slacks, a lavender polo shirt, and a blue beret. The soldiers saw me, and that's all I remember. Yes, but you should see all the airplanes they have at this field. There's always a flock of planes humming in the air at all times. Last night I forgot where I was, and I was up all night spraying my room with flit. And today I watched them putting gas in one of the big bombers, and boy, what a big tank. It's really remarkable, just 2 pints short of W.C. Fields. You know, I'm especially thrilled because my brother's learning to be a flyer at a training field in Florida. But they must be having floods down there because in his last letter he said he'd just been washed out at Pensacola. You know, one of the aviators here took me for a plane ride this afternoon. Of course, I wasn't frightened. But at 2,000 feet, my goose pimples began bailing out. Boy, was I nervous up there. I was shaking so hard, the pilot cut out both motors and my knees kept the plane in the air. Then we went into a power dive. I wouldn't say that dive was steep, but it was the first time I ever got hit on the head by my own stomach. When we got above the clouds, I yelled to the pilot, "Look at that rosy cloud under us." He yelled back, "That cloud isn't rosy, and pull your head in. Your nose is bleeding." I said to the pilot, "How come you're wearing a parachute and I'm not?" And he said, "Well, they need me." Hey, maybe they can use me later. Don't be so happy about it. You know, Skinny Ennis stood in front of one plane and someone playfully started the propeller. Cost me $34.75 to bring him back from St. Louis. And the aviators all told me, the aviators all told me they love to fly out here because it never rains in California. But they said they like to catch the fifth columnist who gets up every morning and spreads mud all over the flying field. But all these fellas were glad to see me today. One rookie came running up to me very excited and said, "Are you really Bob Hope?" I said, "Yes," but they grabbed his rifle away just in time. And another soldier had in big figures on his back, 1,329. I said, "Draft number?" He said, "No, that's when I get to the bathtub." But I'm happy to be here because I come from an Army family myself. My grandfather was in the Army. You know the drummer boy in that picture, The Spirit of 76? My grandfather was a third from the end in The Spirit of VAT 69. Oh, they're hot here, boy. Come here. Hey, Bill.
Yes, Bob?
Well, here we are in March Field, and I want to thank you for driving me up here in your car. You certainly are a speed demon, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. On the way back, if you're game, I'll take it out a second.
Yeah. Bill, I've never driven so slow in my life.
Oh, it wasn't that bad, Bob.
Oh, no, we drove so slow, 3 good humor men's smiles died from overwork. But I'm glad we're here. These soldiers really love me. Did you see the way they carried me on their shoulders and yelled, "We want hope"?
No, Bob. What they were yelling was, "We want rope."
Well, there's one man on this program who knows all about Army life, Professor Cologne. Oh, Professor, come here. Come here.
Cowhide shoes.
Professor, how about giving an inspirational talk to the Army men gathered here?
Very well. Lovers of liberty. What's the matter? Can't you afford Esquire? Friend, men of the Army, I know a lot of important men come here to talk to you, and I don't want to set myself up as an authority. I'm just a plain, ordinary, honest guy. Just look at my face. Repulsive, isn't it?
You'd better start all over again, Kelowna.
Okay. Fellow flyers, and you fellows who don't go out on Saturday nights. Now listen, kids. You want to be good soldiers when you grow up? Well, take my advice and you'll always win. You too can beat a whole regiment single-handed like once I did.
Professor, you beat a whole regiment single-handed?
Yes, I did.
But how is that possible?
The dice were loaded.
Kelowna, you're a champion. You're really a first-class idiot.
Is that better than a second lieutenant?
Bill Goodman. Oh, you like that? Bill Goodman. Tell the professor what it takes to make a champion.
Well, Bob, a champion has to have everything. He's got to combine all the championship qualities to be a winner. And when you see a winner, you can bet that all those qualities are there. Take the new toothbrush champion, the Pepsodent 50 Tough toothbrush.
Wow, thank you. I've been drafted, now I'm drafting you, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present one of the most charming singing stars of radio and pictures, Miss Frances Langford.
Thank you, Bob. So this is Marchfield.
Yeah, do you like it up here, Frances?
Yes, it's wonderful being up here at Marchfield among all of these young men and having you along as contrast.
Frances, I'm not as old as I look, it says here. Say, but these soldiers really gave you an enthusiastic welcome, Frances, didn't they? And you seem glad to see them, too.
Well, Bob, as a patriotic American, I did kiss a rookie. Then a sergeant came along, so I had to kiss him. Then a general came along, so I kissed him, too.
Well, how do these soldiers kiss?
Well, the rookies are pretty good. The sergeants are very good. But, oh, that general delivery. Ooh.
Well, they certainly have a swell place up here, don't they?
They sure have, Bob. But I've been wondering where the nearest town is the soldiers could go to when they get leave.
Oh, it's about 10 miles away as the crow walks.
As the crow walks?
Yeah, there's so many airplanes in the air around here, they're afraid to fly.
Gee, it is thrilling. All the men here fly airplanes, way up in the sky.
I don't blame them the way people drive here in California. Say, did you see that skywriting plane that went up to spell out "Welcome, Bob Hope"? You know, I arranged that.
Yes, Bob, but they're supposed to spell out those words in smoke, not by having a soldier lean out the back squirting Pepsodent.
Oh, well, was that Pepsodent? And all this time I thought the colonel was wearing a white beret.
Didn't I see you go up in a plane this afternoon, Bob?
Yes, I was, Fran. A terrible thing happened. The plane went into a nosedive, and I was left to wrestle with the controls all by myself.
But what about the pilot and the co-pilot? What were they doing?
Measuring cigarettes. Yes, sir. We saved that gag for here, boy.
Bob, did you ever make a parachute jump?
Well, I did make a parachute jump once back home at the county fair.
You did?
Yeah, I jumped out of the balloon, counted 10, and pulled the string.
What happened?
My sweater unraveled.
Bob, did I tell you I knitted a sweater for one of the boys here?
I know, Francis. I saw the sweater.
Who was wearing it?
A corporal and 2 privates.
Is it too big?
No, it barely covered their motorcycle. By the way, Francis, tell me, why were you so late getting here tonight?
I got lost. I don't know these roads so well. You see, I come from Florida.
You're from Florida?
Yes.
Well, I bet you our grapefruit can squirt further than your grapefruit.
I don't know about the grapefruit, but there's one thing I'd like to make clear. The oranges grow just as big in Florida as they do in California.
Well, anyhow, I bet California has the biggest lemons.
Oh, Bob, you're just self-conscious.
Say, did you get started singing down there in Florida, Francis?
No, I was discovered by Rudy Valley.
Who?
Rudy Valley. You know, the man who discovered John Barrymore.
That's like saying the telephone invented Don Amici. Say, I saw that husky husband of yours, John Hall, over at Paramount the other day.
Yes, Bob. Right now, John's making a South Sea picture with Dorothy Lamour, and he has to wear a sarong.
Yeah, you mean a man is wearing a sarong?
Yes. What was that?
Oh, just another shattered illusion. So John and Dorothy are both wearing sarongs. Well, that explains it.
Explains what?
The other day, I sneaked up behind Dorothy and tried to kiss her, and boy, did she need a shave.
Hello, Bob. What plays? I mean, besides the road to Zanzibar.
Well, hello, Skin. Skinny, this is Francis Langford.
Boy, you're beautiful. Shut my mouth. Boy, you're really gorgeous. Shut my mouth.
Be careful, Skin, or John Hall will shut your mouth.
Say, how about going out with me tonight, Francis?
I've got a husband.
I'll get a girl for him.
Skinny, tell me, how do you like March Field?
Wonderful. You know, Bob, I'm going to join the Army. The girls like to see a man in a uniform.
Who are you going to put in yours?
Oh, Bob, why do you always pick on Skinny?
Yeah, Hope. Why do you always have to pick on me? The next time you do it, I'll beat you to pulp. You hear? I'll beat you to a pulp. Man, this is the bravest script I ever read.
Well, Skinny, I think you've got a great idea joining the Army. I think I'll join the Army, too.
Why, Bob, I don't think the Army would accept you.
Oh, the Army wouldn't accept me, huh? Why, what has Jimmy Stewart got that I haven't got?
Gosh, this is one of the easiest quiz programs on the air.
All right, Francis. You think I'm not strong, don't you? Just punch me in the stomach. I'll show you.
Okay.
Well, they can always feed me through a tube. I know you're all waiting to hear Francis Langford's lovely voice, which is certainly one of the finest on the air. Francis Langford in Do I Worry? Yes, sir, that was Francis Langford, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Francis. Oodle-letty, oodle-letty.
Wait a minute. What's the idea of the yodel, Skin?
I've been noticing, Bill, there's an echo in this place.
An echo?
Yeah, you know, a voice that says something over again that's been said before.
Yeah, well, Skinny, let's keep Bob's jokes out of this.
No, Bill. No, really. I'm serious. Now, anyone can make an echo. Come here, Art, and yell something out. You'll see what I mean.
Okay, Skinny, here goes. Pepsodent tooth powder makes teeth brighter.
Pepsodent tooth powder makes teeth twice as brighter.
It's an echo never went to school.
Well, that echo crossed you up a little, Bill, but it told the truth. What you heard was the voice.
And now Bob Hope presents his version of You're in the Army Now.
Well, Skin, here we are at the Army recruiting office. Gee, I hope they accept me. Do I look all right?
Yeah, Bob, you look all right. Now, put away your compact.
Never mind. I know I look okay, but you're the one I'm worried about. You have to inhale to cast a shadow. I don't think the Army will take you, Skinny.
Yeah, now, wait a minute, Hope. You may not know it, but us Innises come from a long line of fighting men. My great-grandpappy Innis helped the South win the Battle of Gettysburg.
Skin, the North won the Battle of Gettysburg.
All right, you keep reading your history books, and I'll keep reading mine.
I bet you're a smash down south. Come here, let's go in here to the recruiting officer, huh?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Well, I want to join up. I'm Bob Hope.
Well, come on in anyhow. A hole in the head is no excuse. I don't think you'll make a soldier.
No, listen, a gal named Frances Langford said she'd admire me in a soldier's uniform, and you can't stop me from joining the Army.
Oh, no?
No.
No!
Wonder how I look in a sailor suit.
Hey, Bob. Bob, you ain't gonna let that guy talk like that to you without a fight, are you? Why don't you assume your usual fighting stance?
I would, but the floor's too dirty. Say, buddy, please let me join the Army.
Okay, now for your questionnaire. Do you drink?
No.
Smoke?
No.
Swear?
No.
Fine, Hope. I'll get you a white uniform. You'll make a lovely nurse.
Hey, that's a funny gag.
Quiet, Skinny, or I'll send you to bed tonight without a transfusion.
Now listen, Bud, to be a good Army man, you gotta be tough, see? What makes you think you can live in a trench?
I got gopher blood.
What about him?
He's the gopher.
Well, I guess you guys are ready for your physical examination now. Dr. Colonna will see you later, but first, here come the nurses to question you.
Hurry up, Brenda.
I'm coming, Cobina.
Brendan Cabina. Hey. Are you the nurses?
That's right. We've joined the Army of Humane Nightingales.
The Ugly Buzzard Division.
Say, tell me, Bobsy, what do you think of Brenda and me as Army nurses?
Well, what was it Sherman said?
Oh, I don't remember. I was sick that day.
Well, tell me, what do you girls do here?
Oh, we help out the doctors. When they want to know if a guy's strong enough for the Army, they let us kiss him.
Then what?
If he faints, they don't take him. If he don't faint, they take him. And if he likes it, they shoot him. Of course, after Cobina kisses them, they don't even have to bother shooting them.
Brenda, I didn't like that remark. You've been getting awful snippy since your cousin won the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, really? Was the jockey her cousin?
No, but the horse was.
Very funny. The horse that won the Kentucky Derby was my cousin. What a joke. Look, I'm laughing. Darn it, why don't I let well enough alone?
Oh, Bobsy, you don't give us credit for being beautiful. Why, I'm just as beautiful as those movie stars you're always talking about. After all, what has Hedy Lamarr got that I haven't got?
Nothing, but hers looks as if it volunteered and yours had to be drafted. Listen, girls, I can't waste any more time. I'm going in to see the doctor. Well, here I am, Dr. Colonna. Now, what about the physical examination?
Ah, yes. Take off your shirt.
Okay.
Put it on again. It's not my size. Now, Hope, take off your shoes. Take off your stockings. Take off your legs.
Take off my legs? Colonna, no normal person can take off his legs.
No?
Of course not.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have okayed that last guy.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
It does? Well, try a little 2-in-1 oil. Now, hold still, Hope, while I look at you through the X-ray machine. Gad, this is serious. We must operate at once. Nurse,
Yes, doctor.
did you put my instruments in boiling water?
Yes.
Well, throw in an egg. I'm hungry.
Professor, you drive me crazy.
No, you drive me. I haven't got a license yet. Now, you wait here, Hope. I've got to go into the next room and operate on a patient. Answer my phone if it rings.
All right. Ah, the phone. Hello?
Mr. Hope, I'm working my way through college, see, and I wonder if you could help me by giving me all your old clothes when the Army gives you your uniform. Any old clothes at all would be swell, and I'd be so thankful to you because then I could stay in college, see?
Why, certainly I'll give you my old clothes, but tell me, what are you going to do with them?
Oh, I'm going to eat them. I'm a moth.
Say, folks, I just finished a very delicate operation. I just cut open a patient, removed his appendix, and sewed him back up again.
Oh, well, Dr. Colonna, I hope you didn't make one of those silly mistakes like leaving your scissors in the patient.
Oh, no. I'm holding my scissors right in my hand. Now help me get my hand out of here.
Professor, that's serious. Do something.
All right, I'll continue operating on him. Very interesting. Very interesting. Say, you come on out. That's no place for a good humor route.
Cologne, it's impossible for a good humor man to be in there.
We learn something new every day, don't we?
Well, listen, Professor, come here. You better finish examining me. I don't feel so well. I have spots in front of my eyes as big as pinheads.
Oh, that's nothing. I have spots in front of my eyes as big as bowling balls.
That's impossible, Colonna. You couldn't have spots in front of your eyes as big as bowling balls?
I couldn't?
No.
Set him up in the other alley. All right, and now for the final test in your physical examination. I'm going to put this blindfold over your eyes, and then we'll see if you can walk over to the window blindfolded. Now, just walk to the window. It's very easy.
All right.
You'd be surprised how many patients we lose that way.